shit, guys! Fire our shit!
Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to your home port. Further to my review yesterday of USS Arizona, I present to you gameplay of the same ship. It's not miraculous in its damage, although I do top the destroyers on my team and the enemy team, which is not so common in my experience. But no, not miraculous. Nor is it the perfect gameplay of a master. What follows is strictly an example of success with the ship, where I try to keep it a distance from destroyers where possible, and even the torpedoes of cruisers. You can duke it out with a fellow battleship and have reasonable hopes of success, but against torpedoes you're at a distinct disadvantage, owing not only to your lack of mobility, but also to the rate at which they're able to fire them at you. Torpedoes reload far too quickly in this game. It's one of the things I am sure the developers are looking at closely on how to fix without breaking something else in the process, you know? Anyway, enough of that jazz. Let's get down to the action.
General quarters.
And we're off like a herd of turtles. Alright, full power. Got over there, Badioni, rather. I really hate pronouncing that thing. Farragut. Now the enemy team is just got 4 battleships. We've just got 2. We've got 2 cruisers in place of their extra 2 battleships. You might think we're at a disadvantage that way, but in this game, to me, mobility is more the king than anything else. I like to try and keep my battleships at a distance from those fast movers. Their torpedoes are extremely bothersome to a slow-moving lard-butt battleship. Let's see what we can do. We're going to head over to A cab here. Target spotted already. We've got a cruiser and a destroyer with us. And there is a Mutsuki over there, cruising into B. Oh, someone's in A already, of course. That's one of their other destroyers, Mr. Fubuki. They've got A already. So let's start shooting at this guy. Boy, he's slowing right down, which is kind of weird. And he might just eat a whole pile of torpedoes. He's flooding.
Our team captured the area.
Got a couple of hits on him.
Enemy
Torpedoes coming in, no problem. Trying to keep my distance here a little bit. Use my range, where I can still have time to turn in and avoid their torpedoes. Appears he's down. Well, that was really handy for us, actually, because that's going to kind of leave this flank a bit open. We're closer to the captain there, and look at these 3 broadside battleships. They were all thinking to go down the A side. Does not look like it's going to be great. There's some hits there on the New York. Somebody else had set them on fire. Very nice. Their battleships are barely moving. This looks like a better target for me. Oh, that guy ate a whole bunch of torpedoes. Because they are our destroyers up front where he should be. Trying to get his mitts into these big slow-moving ships. Lucky for me, their destroyer's not back here, but I'm just going to keep pounding away on these guys. New York Fuso. Another New York, okay. This guy is getting very close to being down the tube. This guy looks like an easier hit. If only our guns would condescend to join us at the center line. Yup. Anything you can do to speed up the gun rotation of this ship would help you greatly. Okay, we've turned a little too far now. We'll send those out.
Our team captured the
Following my idea to keep my distance a little bit. Boom. Good hits. I can't get any more hits being closer to them, but I can only get hit more by being closer to them, so...
Nice move!
A lot of people don't like that idea for battleships. They think you should be right up there in the thick of it, sucking up hits, but... I suppose you could be a better distraction from there, but what I find is going up there, up close to the enemy in a battleship, is I lack the mobility to get out of the way of torpedoes, because they don't usually come alone. They usually got a destroyer in the mix, or a cruiser packing torps. Wow, we own 2 caps. Very nice. We're starting to pull ahead here on the and we've killed one more ship, so we're pulling ahead on cap points. Oh no. Oh, we just lost one. They're pulling ahead. Well, let's see what we can do with this New York then. A couple of good hits. Oh, and a 0 on that one. So 2 good hits and a bounce. Das Fuso. Our Farragut's getting in there. But But he is now going to be hard-pressed to survive. Oh. Got to take what shots I can here. Some are hitting the hills. The hills are just as OP here as they are in World of Tanks Blitz or World of Warships PC. Okay. Get maybe a parting shot in on... Boy, that New York is just so tempting. See if we can sneak one, drop him in here. You don't get the warning indicator that your shots are going to be blocked, but... Oh! Okay, that was well worth the sneakiness. Looks like we lost our destroyer over there. Now we're getting a little close to this guy, but he doesn't have torpedoes, so I'm not too worried about that. And they don't have any destroyers. They have no ships with torpedoes left. So feeling pretty bold now.
Enemy team is about to win.
Yep, good hits. Very good hits. We got over there. Oh, we didn't lose our destroyers, the Farragut. We lost our cruiser over there. That's what it was. We got some shots for the Fuso here. New York is still in front of us. Only 3 hits. Must do better. Fuso is a very effective opponent. Worthy, I should say. Kind of tough to deal with. He's got a DPM advantage over us, so duking it out toe-to-toe with him could be a mistake. You just got to make sure you make more shots than he does. He's going to reverse now. Let's give him a broadside. We got all 3 caps. This battle's running down in time, too. Another good shot. Well, and we're actually down a ship. I'll be darned. We could have easily have lost that, I guess. But that worked out. One last hit at the end sets me on fire. After the score, I wonder if that counts at all. Let's have a quick look at those stats. Oh, we've got Battlestar. Rank first on your team by experience points earned. Well, that's kind of nice. Okay. Let's let's have a look here. So we received 316 experience in battle. Our camouflage gave us a further 63 points and a premium account bonus of 158. Pretty cool. Service cost 15. Yep. Premium ship bonus. So it makes good credits too, this one. So let's move on. Now here's the interesting one. On our team, I got more points than even our destroyers. Now normally, I mean, I see destroyers with 50, 60,000, but look at the New Mexico on the other team. He had a heck of a game. 64,000 damage done. I don't see that out of battleships very often. I think that was a great game by him. Look at him, he's MVP, no less. He did really well. The rest of his team didn't quite have the numbers, and therefore they lost. Couldn't carry hard enough to pull that off for him, but if you look at us, our Bodioni, he got a pretty good game. The Farragut, Fubuki, I mean, definitely respectable numbers, but kind of low for destroyers. And I've never seen actually a battleship go on top of destroyers, but look, it even happened on the enemy team. Of course, his destroyers are pretty low on what they're doing. Well, folks, how do you think of that? Interesting, eh? Arizona's a good ship. You can do well in it. I do recommend caution and when you approach the enemy. Keep your distance a little bit. Torpedoes are just way out of balance here in the game right now, and they'll just kind of make you have a bad day. So enjoy. See you later.